Okay, this is me 40 years ago doing Goju Shiho Ni. All this kata is for the belt of Ikyu, the last brown belt before black belt. Ikyu. We're just gonna do 5 kata because there's a lot of kata. It's 9 of them and it don't fit on the YouTube. Or anyway, it's gonna be in 2 sections for Ikyu, brown 1. And here's Sensei Odo, 40 years ago, 53 years old. Doing Goju Shiho Ni. Punch, punch, kick, punch. The Lewinsky move. I say that because he did that at work on his job. Bad guy snatched him out of a car like that and slammed him in the concrete. See, this is for throw somebody downhill. He threw him uphill through the window. So it is a improved Goju Shiho Ni. Nothing like the reality. And that's what I train people for real, not for trophies and belts and certificates. It's to save your dumb ass. That's what it's for. That was Goju Shiho Ni. The next kata I am performing 40 years ago is Niseis. See my bandaged hand? It's always, I've had a bad hand right there. Still to this day. It don't stop me. But now I don't feel no pain, so I can hit harder. I don't feel no pain in the hand because of arthritis. But no big deal. Use it to your advantage. And here is Sensei Odo doing the same kata 40 years ago. Niseis. I like the way he does it because he does one move real hard, but he stops and does them real clear, real crisp, so you know what he's doing. Yeah. Block. Punch down. I used to go punch like that. Used to. It's a move like in Seisan, like Tomari Seisan. The next kata we're gonna do is called Shima EGD Bow Ichiban. Hey. Flip, flip, flip. Flip, flip, flip. Blanc. Yeah. Yeah. There was 2 Kias there. And here is our sensei, Sensei Odo, Seiichi Odo, performing Chima EGD Bow Ichiban. It's pronounced in this way. I'll say it slowly. Chima EGD Bow Ichiban. If you say the letters E as in echo, G as in golf, D as in delta, if you say them real quick, you'll say it right. Just say EGD. Chima EGD Bow Ichiban. I know because I am a graduate from Kubasaki High in Okinawa. Ooh. And that is Sensei Odo. And now we are going to perform Shima EGD Bo Niba. Flexible people can do real good kata. I am not never once flexible. I was normal, but some people are real strong. Some people are real flexible. I was just average at everything. Sensei Odo. Our sensei, I repeat again, doing Chima Ijibo Niban. When they finish, pause. Shima Ijidibibo Iba. And Kia Izzo. And
That's good.
that's good.
Yeah, play.
Play. Sakugawa no Kun Ichiban. When I finish, you pause. Okay. And I'm gonna keep it going. Sakugawa no Kun Ichiban. That's what that was 40 years ago. Okay.
Hey, play.
This is Sensei Odo doing Sakugawa no Kun Ichiban. Sakugawa no Kun Ichiban. We got room for 4 more kata. And thank you, Sensei Odo. Now we're gonna do Kian Chotoko no Sai. Kian Chotoko no Sai. That's the name of that kata. Sensei Odo learned Shinto from Kian Chotoko. Not that side. That's just the name of that side. He learned Shinto from Kiancho Toko. Here's a picture of Sensei that I have with Kiancho Toko when Sensei was 8 years old. Kiancho Toko no Sai, now performed by Sensei Odo. He's got 3 sais because one of the sai we're going to throw. That's why he's got 3. And he's going to pretend he threw it, but he'll just lay it down on the concrete. That's a concrete floor. Kiancho Toko no Sai. There he throws it. Yeah. See, and he pulls the other one out. Stabs, block, hit, stab, block, punch, punch. Get back, hit the sides together, and they go cling. That was Sensei Odo. Now I am doing a kata called Nicho Kama Shodan. Sensei never said nothing, but I think his favorite, he was great with a kama, I know. Maybe he didn't think so, but everybody else thought he was great. The whole Okinawa, you know, senseis in Okinawa, we call them grandmasters or whatever, but they call themselves senseis. And they're awfully good. They're real good, you know, and they never claim to be. I claim to be no good, but I'm telling the truth. Anyway, but one time I asked Sensei Odo, who is number 1 sensei Okinawa? Who number 1? And he quickly said, Kaniwichi. And I asked other Okinawan senseis, they're, you know, so-called masters. I asked them, and they say Kaniwichi. They had great respect for him. In the old days, they would say Shigeru Nakamura. Everybody has his time, and you know they're modest people, and they're very honest too. They'll say who's the greatest, and don't tell them who is the worst. They probably name me. Don't ask who the worst one is. I really could care less what people think about me. You know, I'm just a student. But I care tremendously that people know what Sensei Odo really was. In our system, just our system. I asked Taketo Nakamura one time I started naming his students of Taketo Nakamura. How was this guy? How was that guy? I was naming the students of Shigeru Nakamura. And the only one he said he had praise and good mention was Sensei Odo. Literally, Sensei Odo was also the sensei of Taketo Nakamura. Showed him a lot, mainly Kobudo. Nicho Kama Shodan. 6 times. 6 times. That move is just that you want to go through a crowd. You're like a grass mower, but this is a people mower. Oop, there goes his ear, nose. Get out the way. The next kata is, guess what? Agina Nunchako. Agina Nunchako. There was 2 things that were like a nunchako. They were first like a bridle, a bit on a horse, with reins on it, and that's what represent that strength wind in his mouth, but they were shaped differently, but they could swing them like that. The other thing was like a flail to, like, for instance, you hit some kind of wheat or kernels like rice and stuff, and then the little seeds fall off, or kernels, whatever you want to call them, and then they would just put them in a bowl and eat them, I guess. Anyway, but that was just to knock the little kernels off, the rice kernels or whatever. And then if somebody would attack them, they had that weapon in their hand. And that's the purpose of Kobudo. You learn the Tunfa Nunchak Sikil Sai, Bo, Kama, Timbe, Teko, all these weapons, and they're all different. Each one is a different size, a different weight, and a different shape. And this is Sensei Odo again, the greatest sensei I ever knew. They're all great, but he was my main sensei. They were all great and wonderful. As I was saying, you got Tumfa Nunchak Sekal Sai, Bo, Nunte, Timbe, Teko, and many other, some other weapons, Sansetsu no Kun. But all these have a different weight, different size, different everything. But you can't carry them around with you all the time. But Ko means old. Budo means warrior ways. In other words, in the old days, if a warrior got caught, with eating, with his chopsticks, or, cleaning his horse, whatever he had in his hand became a weapon. This is old warrior ways. Ko is old. Budo means warrior ways. And it's very important for you to learn all the weapons. Because, as example, if you got a hammer in your hands, make a good tunfa, make a good kama with the ears. If you got a broom, make a good bow, make a good nunte with the broom bristles. You can stick them in your eyes, or where the broom rounds it off at the stick, at the handle. You can use it like a nunte to trap and pull back. Nunchaku, you can use anything. You can, if you're a cowboy, your horse bridle. If you're not, anything that your hands, like a mouse on your computer. The next kata is 40 years ago, Tomari Pasai. Back to Kobudo. Anything that is your hand becomes a weapon. A frying pan, an iron, a pen you're writing, your laptop becomes a timbe. I don't care what it is, you will automatically defend yourself with it. If you have nothing in your weapons, then it is called karate, empty hand. Tomari Pasai. I asked Sensei Odo what that move was, and he said, no can see. In other words, you can feel your way at night, and you can detect images, heat sensors. I found that out many years later. And this kata will conclude all of the kata for Ikyu, the last brown belt before black belt. Most dangerous person in the world is a brown belt who's just gonna make black belt. He'll do anything to get it. Nothing will stop him. Not oak trees, not a brick wall, nothing. So you don't want to mess with him. And that concludes Ikyu. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for watching.